Hey guys, Dr. Kristie Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion, and we're gonna have fun with bands today. You need one for your arms and one for your legs, and let's get started standing. Okay, first two exercises use our long loop band, or unlooped band really. We're going to stand on it, and I'm going to add a side step with a bicep curl. So we're going to go two in one direction and then two in the other, and then of course keep going. So as you step, you're adding that curl in. Elbows are nice and close to your side. You can choose about which feels better for your arm position, whether it's palms up like this, or whether they're facing each other. Either way works. You just work muscles a little bit differently, that's all. And obviously in the hips, we're working those side hips because you should start to feel that hopefully pretty soon. Whew. Careful with this one too. It's not uncommon to angle your feet a little, so then you start either moving forwards or backwards. I've done it many times, so if you need to, if you start to notice that you are not in your straight line anymore, that's a clue for you right there. And that often means that we're favoring one hip a little bit more as well. So just areas to work on, that's all. Shoo. We're having a heat wave here in New Hampshire, so it doesn't take me long to sweat. Good. If you're liking these, or you feel like maybe you need something a little bit different, something a little bit more tailored to you, check out my membership options where I have Zoom meetings and appointments. We've got live workouts and an on-demand video library and access to me through email too. I'll link that for you guys. So 2 more in this direction, 2 more in the other direction, and then switching exercises. Ha. Whew, okay, I'm gonna stick this band a little. You can hear it. You're gonna step on it again, but this is a one leg exercise. So be next to something sturdy in case you're losing your balance. The further up you stand on the band, the more resistance you will have. We're gonna go into a single leg deadlift. So my left leg is gonna do the work. This right leg is just following along, and I'm adding that row. And then coming all the way back up. Again, if you need, hang on to something sturdy so that you can focus on the exercise and not on the balance part. Unless, of course, that's what you want to work on today. That's okay too. So for this one, make sure that you are keeping both hips pointing facing straight down. You're not doing this kind of thing. And then the other important part with this row here is that you're rowing back a little bit. We don't want to row up because then that uses that upper trap muscle, which tends to be, oopsie, sorry, I forgot the row, tends to be pretty strong on all of us. So we're working the back of that shoulder and into that shoulder blade a little bit. Here's 8. Good thing I have this bar here. Woo, 9. And last one. And we're gonna switch sides. Here we go. Oh, still stuck on there. Okay. Little bend in that front knee too, right? So I'm shifting and rowing. Make sure though that you're not going into a squat. So we're not bending too much into that knee. And not a bad exercise, but not what we're doing today. And pay attention, whoa, if one side is easier or harder than the other. That can be hip strength, it could be balance, it could even be foot and calf strength. We're working a lot of things here with this one. Here's 5, so we've got 5 more, and then we're gonna use both bands for the next 2 exercises. Keep it up. Of course, keep breathing. Whoa. 3 more to go. I'm having to move nice and slow to really focus. I'm picking a point in front of me. That really helps with balance too. Not all the time, not enough, but it can help. 1 more to go. All right, I'm gonna grab the other band. This one's gonna go right around the legs. If you have it above the knees or higher up towards the hips, it's easier. The lower down you put that band, the more resistance and the harder it's going to be. So, put that band in front of you, and we're gonna pull the band out as that leg comes back. I'm turning that foot out a little bit, alternating here too. I'm turning that foot out a little bit to help clear the ground, and then also engage in some of the other glute muscles that help rotate that leg out a little bit. So that's 5, 6, we're gonna do 20 total, 7, 8, 9. Notice I'm trying not to lean forward as I do this. And I'm not lifting that leg really high. Otherwise, I'll start to use my back, which we definitely want to avoid doing there. We don't have a lot of range of motion in that hip extension. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna stand, still stand here. I'm gonna bring my elbows in at my side. I'm gonna do a march, so we're working the front of that leg, and we're gonna work the outside of the shoulder now. So as I lift, my elbows stay in at my side, and I'm gonna pull those forearms apart. Nice and steady here. So yeah, obviously a little balance too. And those abs really need to engage to keep you nice and upright, as well as those hip muscles on the outside so that you don't do this kind of thing. It's really tempting in this one to do this, to have a little chicken wing. Don't do it. We're working on those shoulder external rotators, which tend to be pretty weak in almost everybody. We're gonna do 10 more. So 10, 9, 8, oh, because I fall over. 7, gotta watch those abs. 6, 5, just so you can see this on the side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this band. We're gonna skip this one now. One like this, and then we're going down onto the ground. So you are going to go into a little bit of a squat, whatever feels good on your body. Shift those hips back. We're gonna step it to the side, staying low in that squat, and then you're gonna pull those knees apart. And we're gonna just alternate sides here. So be careful with this one, that you don't let those knees collapse back inwards. You're just bringing them back to the center, and that you're not rocking with it, okay? So it's okay if it's just a small step. We're really trying to use that core and keep us nice and steady and sturdy. So this is our last one, standing, and then we're gonna get down on the ground for some. Hang in there. This one's a burner for sure, especially after doing all of those. It's a burner on its own for that matter. Whew. We're gonna do 1 more to each side. Awesome, okay, now we're gonna go down onto the ground. Last 3 on the ground, and I think they're kind of the hardest, at least for me they are. So starting in that nice flat back, hopefully, position, shoulders stacked over those wrists, we're gonna go right into a push-up. So we're working chest and triceps here. And I'm gonna add a little tap out, making sure that I don't whoop, dip, or rotate as I do this, alternating sides. So we're working the hip, side hip again, and we're working those abs too to help stabilize us. So chest, triceps, little back, little hip, little ab, little everything here. We're gonna do 10 total, so here's 3. If you wanna make this harder, you can go ahead up all the way onto those toes, add that push up here, and then again, same idea with the tap, making sure you're keeping that center of yourself steady. I would prefer to be on my knees today for this one, so that's what I am gonna do. Here's 5. So 5 more to go. That's 6. Do the best you can with these push-ups too. If your arms start to get tired, you can always just stay right in this little bit of that plank and add that little tap out instead. You're still going to be engaging in through those muscles, even if you don't go to the ground there. 2 more to go. These are definitely working my swimming muscles right now, which already got worked pretty hard today. And last one here. Okay, we're gonna go right onto our sides. I'm gonna bend those knees, be in a nice straight line, hopefully. So a lot of times people wanna bring their legs out. You keep them there, back. We're gonna push up into a side plank and add a little clam at the same time. So feet stay together as I push up, that top knee lifts up, and then I'm coming back down. So lots of muscles, top and bottom, as we do this into the hips, into that low back a little bit, into those obliques. If you need to, take out this little clamshell and just try to get that little dip there. Take a break whenever you need to, too. This is definitely a little bit of a harder one. There's 6. Of course, we have to do both sides. 7, 8, 9. 1 more to go. And we're switching sides. There's 10. Good. Okay. Swing it around. Same idea. Make sure you're in as straight a line as your body will allow you to be. And we're going to lift it up and rotate that hip. Make sure that when you're doing this, you're not swinging it backwards, and those feet do stay together. Just that knee and that leg are moving. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Okay, one more exercise to go. The dead bug, or as it's been renamed, the struggling turtle, because dead bugs don't move. Keep that band above if you can. And we're gonna bring those legs right up, making sure you're engaging in those abs. Arms are gonna come overhead, and then you're gonna go opposite arm and leg. So I'm straightening one leg out and bringing it back to the center. If that's too much, go ahead and add just a bent knee tap down. Still working those same muscles. So key for this one, only lower that leg and that arm as far as you can to make sure that that spine stays, in the spot that it started in. In other words, you don't want to arch either the lower spine or even into the rib cage. Sometimes if we have tightness here, that will make us arch a little bit too. So really focus in on staying nice and steady, except for those arms and legs that are moving. Center stays still. Don't forget the breathing too. Sometimes I do. Almost there. Not quite, but almost. We're going to do 2 more on each side, and then you are done. Yay. So super simple to do anywhere because bands don't take up a lot of space, so no excuses. Last one. Yay, nice job, guys.